For you, Taurus, this is the month of sweet talking or maybe poetry even, and for finding solutions to some minor home-related tasks that just need to be solved quickly. Let's unpack. I am Nadia, the astrologer for people who do not believe in astrology but who want to hear their August forecast. And let's go. We're starting with your ruler Venus, who just changed signs and entered Cancer on the 31st of July. It will spend most of July there, so when in doubt, look at what Cancer rules in your chart, and that is intellectual labor, communication, words in general, but also thinking, perception, learning about something, and gadgets, and transportation. So just audit the state of affairs in these areas in your life and think of what could be pleasant and beautiful and loving there. The easiest option, of course, is meeting up with some people you find attractive and talk nicely. Don't hold back on compliments. What can also work is reading beautifully written anything, or writing, or learning about beauty, art, fashion, love. Learning and philosophizing in general is super beneficial because Jupiter, the planet of wisdom, as well as luck and abundance and hope, will be in Cancer until next summer. Venus catches up with him on the 11th, and the days around it are amazing for allowing your brain and your taste be seduced by some beautiful words or images or ideas, or to give birth to them. Then we have Mars, the planet of action, drive, and competition, moving into Libra on the 7th of August. Libra rules your area of day-to-day activities that you have to engage in on a regular basis. It's mostly work, specifically the kind of work you do most often, the routine. It's your professional skills, but it can also be your home and family-related responsibilities if they occupy you more or less daily. Or how you take care of your health. Mars here will demand some action, some decisiveness, even if it's in Libra. So your task is to get into fighting spirit in relation to what you do routinely. There may be a conflict at the office or a health scare, or you're just fed up with being asked to do the same thing over and over again, and you need to shake up your routines. In any case, try to get at least a little bit angry and introduce some changes in either your work routine or your other type of routine. If you want to be doing something else on your job, use the energy you have now to explore your options, or maybe start learning something new, so that by the end of October, you will be ready to either take on a new project that would require this new skill or start learning it seriously. The full moon in Aquarius on the 9th falls into your area of career, social status, and reputation. Full moons illuminate and attract attention. So in the days around the 9th, whatever it is that you do in your most official role is more likely to attract attention and possible scrutiny. It's not a positive or negative full moon. It's only supposed to shed light and maybe show some results of something you initiated at the end of January or beginning of February this year in your official role. So at work, in business, in your relationship with the officials. It's best if you do something at least a little bit innovative. Innovative. Because the ruler of this full moon, the planet Uranus, is in a new sign since July, so it would love to be intrigued. On the 11th, Mercury's retrograde is coming to an end, while Mercury is in Leo, your area of home, family, and ancestry. This Mercury has been picking up after some other, less thoughtful celestial bodies like Mars and Sun have stomped through Leo earlier. So we could interpret it as some things have been brought up earlier, some questions have been asked, some problems presented to you, and it wasn't so straightforward. So as an example, let's say maybe first thing that comes to mind for someone who left Russia is there is a Taurus who started having problems with the Russian officials, and maybe it would be wise to leave the country. but maybe they don't want to. It's their home. That would be a problem that over the course of the Mercury retrograde must have been mulled over, thought about in some different ways. And then after Mercury goes direct, it would be easier to take the necessary steps to do whatever this Taurus decided to do, whatever this is. It doesn't have to be so dramatic. Could just be how much home office you're doing, or like who takes care of the children, how the household chores are distributed, etc. It would be easier to make decisions and move forward after Mercury stations direct on the 11th. The best and most prominent feature of August astrology is the wonderful, supportive combination of aspects connecting all 4 of the slow-moving planets that have recently entered new signs. That would be Neptune, Saturn, Uranus, and Pluto. All of the aspects between them are soft, friendly, which means that the opportunities, amazing opportunities, are there, and that this configuration of planets will not try to push us to make use of those opportunities. So we'll have to show some initiative if we don't want to miss it. In your case, it's best to focus on the planets in the air signs, on Pluto in Aquarius and Uranus in Gemini. They roughly correspond to transformation that is happening in your most official role, and the need for you to earn yourself more freedom when it comes to, well, money. So it could be some sort of a professional earning transformation that maybe follows some loss of orientation. Like maybe one path to success was blocked, and now you are free to think of all of the other paths that you can carve out for yourself. The key here is to be relatively active in at least exploring your options. It's okay to delay the real decisive action until next year, although it's also okay to start now, but doing at least something, even if it's just researching and talking to people, is recommended. Then there will be a new moon in Virgo on the 23rd of August. It's a friendly one for you. And you can make use of it to make your life more fun, maybe more experimental, to create space for more creativity and self-expression in your life. For some of you, it will require being able to spend some money, and quick. And then for some others, it may become a source of money that gives you more independence. 2 days after that, on the 25th, Venus, that for most of August was in Cancer, will enter a new sign, Leo. At first, it will have to deal with all of these slow planets that demand some sort of professional reinvention from you. But after that, it will just allow you to enjoy whatever parts of your home and family life you find enjoyable. Or also an option to mend bridges with some of your close ones who were not happy with what your plans now are regarding home and family life. Either way, try to be gracious and benevolent, but also firm in what you know is good for you.